Good evening and welcome back to Garblad Games and Warhammer Wednesday. I'm Aaron, I'm your game master, and this is session 2 of the Sins of Talagaad as our intrepid would-be adventurers are fighting their way through their grim portent. So we'll take a moment to remind everybody of who's playing and what their characters are, and then we'll dive right back in.
I believe we're going in alphabetical order, so it's me first. Prime Dan. Good evening, everybody. It's good to be back after a bit of a short break. My name is Dan, the best Dan, allegedly. Jury's out. And I am playing Ezazarin, or Ez, who is a high elf Lothan sea guard and an expert with the bow and professional soldierish type. Yeah.
And as it's alphabetical order, I am Dan Secundus. I am the second of Dan's, the less good one. Jury's out. I am I am playing Erica Shorts, who is a brigand, a human of the Empire. She is a brass character, which means she's poor as heck and lives her life as such. So no different to living in the UK at the moment, I believe, where a loaf of bread costs £50. So that's Erica.
Hi, I'm Roger, and I am playing Owen, who is a noble, who is a gold character for the next 30 minutes or so until he becomes a bit of a smeary red one. And yeah, he's a noble of the Empire of Talabakland, and he's going to live his best life for the next 30 minutes.
Hi, I'm Stu. I'm coming at you from Italy this evening, hence the reason why my picture isn't very good, as the hotel's Wi-Fi appears to be not working very well. I'm playing a wood elf called Snake, who is an entertainer, but he's no entertainer in your normal manner. He doesn't have a lute and he doesn't sing "Hey Nonny No." No, he actually fights with his fists, for he is a pugilist. Entertainer in a pit, basically, and he finds himself in the circus, and this circus turns up in the city, and he decides to stay. Thank you.
Fantastic. And in case you didn't watch session 1 to see how the Grim Portent began, you should go back and do that. But for a very brief recap, our 4 would-be heroes woke up bound by magic, trapped in some sort of tomb or cellar, while a ritual was going on. A group of cultists in black robes and white porcelain masks were chanting over a large black tome with a bone lock. There were 2 dwarfs and 2 halflings, also with our 2 elves and 2 humans, who were taken before the book by skeletons one by one and had their throats slit and their blood was drank by the book. The skeletons were approaching the remaining 4, our party, when a loud noise drew attention, and the witch hunter, Grisella Brunhammer, and members of the Sigmar cult, the Sheltered Flame, burst into the scene along with Viscount Peter Ludenhoff and members of a mercenary company in support. They drove the cultists off. They fled with the book. The cultists told the skeletons to grab the other sacrifices if possible, but then the leader turned to the other cultists and said, "Worry not, because they're marked." The majority of the witch hunter and nobles forces went after the book and the cultists, but some, including a flagellant and a few of the other Sigmarite cultists, along with a group of skeletons, attempted to take our heroes into custody. They fled into the sewer system, fought off a swarm of rats and some skeletons, and made their way out into the Flustrek area of Talagaad, very near an inn that they recognized as the Boyar's Rest, that was managed by and owned by Maria Grundlers, a Kislevite woman who's rumored to be one of their frost witches. The group decided that they were going to go in, get baths, and to try to piece together what the hell was going on with their evening. However, Erwin Feuerbach decided that there was no way he was going to stay dirty. There was no way he was going to stay grimy, and there was no way he was taking a bath in a common house. And he turned his heels on the other three survivors of this would-be ritual and began to make his way towards the nicer sections of Talagaad. However, when he got into the marketplace, he was confronted by the witch hunter, Grisella Brunhammer, and her party, and was taken into custody, which is why Roger, as Erwin, is a little concerned that his character may not last more than 30 minutes. That's a quick summary. I definitely recommend you go back and watch the episode at length if you haven't, because it was an entertaining ride. But we're going to dive back into the action right now. We find ourselves in the tap room of the Boyar's Rest. The remaining group of Snake and Ez and Erica have cleaned themselves up. They're relaxing with a hot spiced rum as Maria is bringing around some food for them as they try to decide what to do next.
Well, that was interesting, wasn't it, chaps?
It certainly was different. I'm wondering what they meant by marked. That sounds very ominous to me.
Culty people like that always use terminology like marked and, destiny and rubbish like that. Gods don't really care about that stuff. They certainly don't care about us.
I do not agree, young human. Portents and signs as such, we should listen. Perhaps we should consult with one of a magical craft to see if we have been marked or tainted by magical marks.
Now, you say things like that as while witch hunters are running around, and it sounds to me like you want to get us caught and you want to get us dead. It's not like ye high elves with all your magic-y.
Well, be it not for me to judge the way of humans and how they treat their magic users, but in our society, they are wise leaders and knowledgeable individuals who carry the burden of power and wisdom upon their shoulders. Now, if we could find such person here, I feel that maybe we might be able to find out something else. But you're right, these witch hunters, as you call them, despite the name, so uncouth. Do we know anyone of any magical talent?
Well, I know a guy.
By a guy, do you mean someone of ill repute?
Now, that's everybody I know is of ill repute other than you, and even you. I think you've got a little bit of ill repute in you as well. But this guy, he's less ill repute and more less talent, I would say. He's a bit of an odd one. Goes by the name of Malcolm Macalson. Kind of lives on the outskirts, a little bit weird. I like him because he lets me use his river to bathe in and he doesn't look at me, so it's fine. But he's a bit weird. Just saying that up front.
Just because someone's weird doesn't make them a sorcerer.
Well, he does magic-y things as well.
Right, indeed.
Well, at least, my humble view of magic. Of course, I'm not versed or ancient like yourself.
I am neither. However, I've been around more.
This spice rum's nice. Anyone want any more?
I must say, Snake, you're very odd for an elf. They're normally like Ez.
You have no idea. I feel like maybe he was dropped on his head as a child.
No, that's not very nice, is it? Just because some of us are slightly more unusual than others, as you say, maybe there's wisdom in it. Who knows? Another
It's a
drink?
fine line between wisdom and folly. I will have another drink and clean ourselves off. I will take another bath, I feel.
You won't ever get clean bath in here, Ez. Sorry.
Well,
No,
dirty water is better than sewer water.
probably better off going back to the embassy.
Mm.
They won't let you in.
No, not us. They're never going to let us in, are they?
No.
But you can get
Well,
in.
no human is allowed to enter without appointment, and even then, they are not allowed in. Not really.
No, I think that stretches to your what should we say, your wooded cousins as well, doesn't it?
I believe so.
No. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go get some drinks.
Snake, I will say that you also were aware the Olina, who helps you in the ring from time to time,
The apothecary.
the apothecary, also is rumored to have some magical abilities or possibly know people who do.
Okay, like a seer or something like that, basically.
There are those rumors, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'll go to the bar, get some more drinks.
And Maria is there, and what can I get for you now that you're much cleaner?
I think another 3 spiced rums would be in order. And I was hoping I might be able to find out something about a particular halfling, if I can remember his name.
If you're thinking of Basher Lost Pockets, you would definitely remember his name.
Yeah, there's some chap called Basher, Basher Lost Pockets, and he seemed to know his way around the darker areas, shall we say.
She gives you a knowing look. Give me a fellowship charm test.
Woo-hoo.
First roll of the night.
Indeed. So I have,
and I will say this: you can get an extra die on your roll if you put in if you slide her a brass coin as well.
Yes,
one of your 3.
Can do that. I shall. So an extra dice for that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So
my charm
total,
is 3.
Okay. So that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Oh.
That doesn't look particularly good.
That does not look very good. So you rolled 4 dice and got 0 successes. You can spend a fate point to make the test glorious and re-roll all 4 of those dice if you want.
Go on then, let's do that.
All right.
Okay.
There you go. 2 successes. Fantastic.
That's more like it.
So you see her bar rag come out, and the brass piece slips away. And she smiles. She leans in close. She's like,
I'll lean in towards her.
For you, dear, for elf friend of halfling. Of course, I know of Basher Lost Pockets. He works on the dock side for Klaus Dulvet. Dulvelt, yes, that's his name. Dulvelt, the leader of the Red Grins, crime boss in docks. He is what do you say, bounty hunter for Klaus by also rat catcher for city, but that's more cover than anything else. What is it you would like to know about dear Basher?
I wonder where he kind of hangs out. Where does he find himself in an evening?
In an evening, if she is not on the hunt, you will more than likely find him in the dockside, probably at the Roaring Badger Inn, or at the north end of the docks. Usually that is where he and other senior members of the Red Grins would be found.
Right. So caution then, I suppose, is...
Well, only if you've crossed the Red Grins.
Oh,
Generally
no, not...
speaking, unless you owe them money or cause trouble in their bar, you're probably all right.
Okay, all right. So are they the kind of people that might have work for a young elf with nothing better to do?
Well, it is not common that we find young elves with nothing better to do in town that wish to take under, shall we say, more dubious occupations. But I have heard of you as well. So, yes, Nick, I believe probably you could find work in and among the Red Grins. In fact, I expect they already take a piece of your profits from your ring, even if you are not aware of it. After all, you are in an area under the control of the Red Grins.
Yes, no doubt. So somebody handy at collecting money might be very useful to them.
Now, they have many, but yes, I can imagine that Klaus would always enjoy an opportunity to expand his network, so to say.
Ah, well, I'll take the drinks and I'll blow her a kiss and say thank you, my darling.
And
as I
since you
walk.
since you are so charming, Snake, come closer for me.
Okay.
I will tell you this. The high elf who sits atop the tower of the new embassy, supposedly controlling trade for the high elves along the river Talagaad, has been known to employ the Red Grins herself for, shall we say, more clandestine operations. You did not hear this from me, of course, but since you're traveling with a high elf sea guard, I thought maybe extra leverage for someone like you. Definitely come back when you have more silver to spend. I have so much things to tell you.
Oh, don't worry. When I make my silver, you'll be the first to know.
You dear are too charming, by half.
And I shall wander back to the table with the drinks.
That's just got to be the best bit of Warhammer lore I've ever seen. A wood elf playing with a Kislevites witch.
Yes, our old world is a weird old world, but it's our old world.
Gentlemen, drinks, ladies, sorry. And I'll actually bow as if to say sorry.
Erica looks a little bit put out that you've even remotely tried to bow to her. She kind of gets a bit grossed out by it. Oh, stop it, Snake! And she kind of flicks something at you to make you stop it. She's she's actually a lot more used to being treated like one of the lads than she is being treated like a woman.
So noted. Well, it seems as though that Basher Long Pockets, the chap, hangs out in the docks. It wasn't the Drunken Badger, was it, Aaron? What was it called again?
The Roaring Badger. You all would know this place. You've all been there before. It's it's the biggest inn/tavern in the docks area. It's owned by a gentleman named Vardalis Skint, a Reiklander.
Outgame is what's their relationship with the Green Cloaks?
The Red Grins and the Green Cloaks.
The Red Green. What's their relationship with each other?
As long as the Green Cloaks are operating out of the city and fencing their goods, they fence them through either Klaus Duvelt or Cox Flummery or someone else like that. So the relationship is good. If you tried to steal inside the city, particularly around the docks, that would probably sour their relationship with individual members, but not the organization as a whole.
That's fine. Just wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to be walking into somewhere where
I'm
not very welcome. I've probably done them work for the Red Grins as well, because like she's a bit of an odd jobber, gets around everywhere where she can't work. So I could turn to Snake, but that's Red Grin territory, isn't it? If I remember rightly.
Yeah, that seems to be the correct. Yeah. So I'm wondering whether we could find out a little bit more. Maybe pay the tavern a visit. It was also mentioned. Now, interestingly, and I'm going to switch to Elvish. Are there any other elves in here, Aaron?
No. It's just you and Ez.
So as Zazen, as Aaron, sorry. My Elvish is a bit rusty. It seems as though there is a connection with the ambassador as well. Oh, have we lost Aaron?
No.
No,
I'm
he's
just
thinking.
pausing for effect as I go.
Oh, sorry. I apologise.
What problem with the ambassador?
No connection, not problem.
What connection? Well, what connection with the ambassador?
Well, it appears that the High Elves trade, shall we say, control of trade in and out is aided through this group that hang around the Roaring Badger.
Well, sir, I believe that's what they call slander. And I refute these claims full-heartedly.
Yes. Okay, then. Fair enough. Whatever you want to do. And then I'll switch back to Reichspiel. Sorry about that, but it was just something that
when they turned out that they could actually speak Elven.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you say? Nah. She just goes, "Oh no, yes, it's a weird language, very poetic sounding when you talk in Elvish."
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll teach you one day.
No.
And then I'll look at Ez. I'll look at Ez when I say that.
Ez will be looking very disapprovingly.
Yeah. Waiting for the disapproving look. Exactly. Yeah.
I barely manage Reichspiel.
Well, you do have a heavy accent.
Heavy.
Compared
to what?
Well, it's no worse than mine.
I don't know. Yours is still a bit floaty. It's not as like floaty and floppy as old Floppy. But what happened to that noble in the end?
I can't believe you're calling me floppy, Erica.
Well, foppy, nobly,
Oh, I see. Right. Yes.
all you pointy ears to a point. You may dress yourself like a fighter, but you're still in a pointy ear at heart. So you're still going to act like you're a little bit better than me as a human.
Well, I suppose we all do. Yes, I guess that's true.
See, it's all right.
Yeah.
I don't mind being worse than an elf. You guys live for thousands of years, or however long it is you live. I'll be lucky if I hit 40.
Well, the
Especially
way
in my
we're
line of
going,
work. Yeah.
the way we're going, we might not last another 2 years.
I don't think humans lived beyond 30. You live beyond 30.
I mean, if you're really lucky and you are like the fop, where you got loads of money and you don't actually have to work, then you might live past 30. Most of us just die on a daily grind. Yes, speaking of which.
Where did he go?
Apparently to the other side of town.
Ah.
But to be honest, I doubt he's ever walked anywhere in his life where he hasn't been guided by someone. So he's probably lost in the market somewhere. We should probably try and go find him. If nothing else, having a Fowlback owe us some money or a favour, that's not a bad thing to have.
It was his decision to return to his homestead.
Yeah, but he wasn't really in charge of all his faculties, was he?
He did get upset about me throwing mud at him.
Yeah.
It's not every day you get to throw mud at a noble, though, is it? Take the opportunities where they land, right?
Well, the night. What time is it?
It is probably like 11 p.m. I mean, it's late night.
Yeah.
Almost the witching hour.
Perhaps we should return to our abodes and continue these conversations in the daylight.
Yes.
Where the shadows are not so long.
I don't really have an abode, so I'll probably just stay here till the morning, unless she kicks me out. Which sometimes she does and sometimes she doesn't.
Fine. I mean, you can come back to our place. It's not much better at all, but you can always sleep in the basement where we do the fighting.
I mean, it's warm. I won't say no.
Right. Let's to the Dog and Duck it is then.
I will return to the embassy.
Okay.
And what time shall we meet and where?
Well, I guess we've got to decide what our first course of action is, really. Are we going to go look for the fop? You know, he could be actually in trouble. And like I said, having a foul back in the back of our pocket, you know, not the worst thing in the world. But also, I'm conscious that we don't want to be wandering around too much if those silver hammer fellas and ladies are marching around. Though
Indeed.
they probably won't be marching around in plain sight because, like, they are outlawed in the land of Talagaad.
Oh, I did not know that.
So they really shouldn't be, you know, flaunting themselves in front of the town guard so brazenly.
Well, how about we agree to meet at the noble's abode?
Is there a hiring square
in the morning?
This town, Aaron? You know, like a big tree where they pin all the jobs up.
In the market plaza, I mean, there would be posting boards and the like for people looking to sell and people looking to provide jobs, etc., like that. Particularly for like caravan guards, sailors would go to the docks. But if you're looking for like just a general job posting board, it would be in the market plaza.
Maybe we should meet there, where it wouldn't be unusual to see characters such as ourselves together.
With respect, Snake, Ez is going to stand out wherever he goes. A high elf Loth and Seaguard in full armour is fairly obvious, but it wouldn't be that unknowable to see him in the market square, so maybe we should meet in the market square.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, that was the direction the fop was heading, so maybe, you know, we'll find him wandering around in a bit of a stupor. Either he found something to drink, or maybe, you know, maybe he's just lost, because that's more likely what's going to happen.
And we'll meet there tomorrow morning.
That sounds good.
I think the humans would use a thing called a clock, don't they, or something? A 9 of the clock or something would be the morning, is it not?
I don't know, but I roughly think it's when the sun gets to that point there, and she just points to a random angle of the sea. She has no idea what time is or means. She'll be probably there at the crack of dawn because she can't tell time in any way, shape, or form. Even if she had some version of a sundial or a clock, she couldn't tell the time.
Yeah.
I like it. So Snake
Excellent.
and Erica are going to retire to the fighting pit. Ez is going back to the embassy. And I think we can fade away from that as you split up and leave the Boyar's Rest. And then we're going to focus back in on, it looks like a different cellar, a small cellar, a damp cellar. There's straw on the floor. And there's a man stripped down to his shirt and breeches, barefoot, bound, hand and foot against a chair. It's dark in there, and we barely see the silhouette of him.
Sounds like a typical Friday night.
And then a lantern light you see descending what must be stairs. And then you see the glowing, under the glow, down lit by the glow of the lantern is the face of the witch hunter.
There goes all my escape plans.
Grisella Brunhammer staring down at the bound figure of Erwin Feuerbach. She says, "Now listen, child of Sigmar. You have been found involved in heretical rituals. You've been coated in the grime of filthy magic. You've been associated with necromancers. The question is, were you corrupted by their ritual? Or perhaps you were a willing participant of it. So many nobles, so very many nobles with their idle hands find ways to call the powers of darkness, the ruinous powers to them, in ignorance and in gluttony. Perhaps that is who you are. But I will give you a chance to explain yourself, young noble."
Well, what's to explain? I was in a tavern, enjoying myself of Tal's bounty, and then I don't remember much. I woke up, there was a lot of shouting, there was some hideous chap, and lots of people without flesh or skin, which was weird. And then you were shouting a lot. And then we had to run away. And then the big, weird, skinless skeletons came running after us. And, well, we shot them, hit them with swords, dispatched them, so to speak. And, the sewer was dreadful. Just awful. I mean, I need some new boots. And where's my manservant? I mean, I don't even know what the time is. Where's my supper?
So, you claim ignorance of nobility as a defense against the ruinous powers. So many of your kind do. Give me a fellowship charm test. -1 die because she does think you're a heretic.
God. One success.
All right. So she goes, but perhaps your ignorance is genuine. It is hard to tell here. And she turns and calls up the stairs, and you see another figure come down.
I start muttering a prayer to Tal.
Okay. She looks back at you. Speak not the words to your country god. You are in the presence of Sigmar, the true god of the Reichland, the true god of the Empire, the true god of man. Still your tongue or I will take it. Excellent. Klaus, it is hard to say, but he must be questioned. Put him in the box under the other corpse so that if he stopped, they will see the corpse above him and just think and not do to look. Yes, the rancid one, the one who is mostly dissolved. Put him beneath that corpse, seal it up, and put it in the wagon.
Who puts people with corpses?
Be still, noble. You'll get to live to talk later. But take him down the eastern bank of the river Talagaad to the village of Nissen. Then go across country to Kristlakheim. And when you get there, tell Mother Hace that he is to be held and fed until I am able to return to put him to the question. Do not allow Father Lecter Steigerwald to question him. There will be nothing left of this fool by the time I get there if he's turned over to the priest. Go now. If he struggles, knock him out. You do not have to be gentle. He is a noble. He has never suffered pain before. It is time that he learn. And this guy comes up, calls, and 2 other burly guys come down. They put a sack over your head. You feel yourself being picked up. Then you feel yourself being laid down in a box, and then this putrid stench is layered over you. Give me a toughness endurance test.
One success.
Okay. All right. So although this is disgusting, you're actually made of tougher stuff than they think, and you, although the stench and the slime of it is horrific to your noble senses, it is not enough to physically affect you. You hold it together as you feel this coffin being picked up and carried out into this wagon, and then a few moments later, you feel the wagon start to move.
Can I hear people around, or does it sound like people are moving around outside?
Give me an initiative awareness test with -2 dice because you're in a cart, under a corpse, in a coffin. Okay. Is that a success for you? No? Okay. I mean, you hear things, you hear muttering sounds, you hear the sounds of horses, you feel the wagon moving, but you're not able to really identify.
Was I conscious when I was being taken down to that cellar?
Yes, you are.
Do I have any idea how much time has passed since I was taken down?
Less than a half hour.
Oh, okay. So it is in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah. It
Okay.
is. You would guess it is around the 11th bell as you're being loaded in this cart and
Do I
driven
know
away.
where I was led to go down into the cellar?
You,
Roughly.
it
Was
could
it
not
near
have
the
been.
market?
Yeah, it could not have been too far from the marketplace because they quickly spirited you away. I took you through some back alleys, probably into a shop, and then down into that shop cellar. So you expect that someone in the marketplace has is either a secret Sigmar worshiper or sympathizes with the Sigmarite cause.
Okay. As we're going over bumps and things, because obviously it is bumpy, it's not exactly modern paved roads.
Yeah. No
Come on,
shock
I'm gonna
absorbers.
try and kick the bottom out of the coffin.
Absolutely.
I'm going to time it with the bumps.
Okay. So for timing it with the bumps, let's have a awareness test, initiative awareness test, to see if you can time it just right. So you're trying to pay attention to the way the wagon is moving.
No, unfortunately.
Okay. So you kick out. Go ahead and give me a strength brawn test. Now this is going to be an extended test. So you need to get a certain number of successes before you succeed.
I've got one.
Okay. So you feel it shudder a little bit. No, and the cart does not stop, so it doesn't seem like anybody noticed, at least for the time being. So the cart, you feel the cart move past the gates. You feel the change from cobblestone to dirt road as you're heading south.
Continue trying.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Give it both again, or
yeah. If you're trying to do it in time with the bumps, then yes.
Got a success.
All right.
On the timing it thing.
Okay. So go ahead and give me the brawn check again.
I got another success.
Okay, so you're making progress, but time is going on as you're doing this. Let's now go ahead, keep going because they're not going to get back together until the morning. So let's see.
No, didn't do the timing it right.
Okay. Oh, that would be okay. So you go. Go ahead, and give me your brawn check again.
No, none.
Okay. So you kick out, but it's in a very flat area of the road. And you hear one of the nails kind of as you're beginning to make progress, but then you feel the cart stop. And you hear rumbling noises, and then you distinctly hear a couple of voices, keep an eye out. And then you see the coffin lid get moved up and somebody pulls away the face and skull of the dead person above you, and this person has basically a square head, bald, scars across his face, a cauliflower ear on the left side, no ear on the right side, a nose that has been broken so many times it's just like a knob.
Can
of
I try
flesh.
And pretend to be unconscious?
You absolutely can try to pretend to be unconscious. Give me a, we'll call this a stealth check. Agility stealth. I think that makes sense.
One success.
Okay. So looks at you, then you feel this meaty hand slap you in the face. He goes, wake up.
I'll pretend I wake up.
And he grabs you by your ears and he pulls your head up until you are nose to nose with him. And he's spitting in your face as he speaks. I mean, his mouth is opening right above your nose. And he goes, listen, I hear you. If you kick that coffin one more time, the next time I open this, I am going to bite your nose off. All you have to do is be able to talk. you noble piece of shit. Do it again, and I will bite your nose off, and I will allow my friends to cut off your toes. That might slow your kicking down. Understand? And he shakes you really hard and drops you back in the coffin. Puts his finger up to his lips. Shh. Lid goes back on the coffin. A couple seconds later, the cart starts up again. What would you like to do, Erwin?
I'm going to wait a bit to kind of let things settle down.
Okay. Couple hours pass as you go along the river. It's quiet. One thing you do hear is you hear a couple of horses come up, and it seems like one is at the front of the wagon now, and one is at the rear of the wagon. So you might have picked up a couple of outriders that are going with you towards Priestletime.
Okay, well, if they've got people literally watching the back of the cart, there's not much point in me trying to do anything.
It's risky, that's for sure.
Just a bit. I can't outrun a horse.
So we're going to switch back then to Erica, Ez, and Snake. It's early in the morning. Like Erica said, she's been in the marketplace probably since dawn or shortly thereafter. Ez arrives and Snake is there. How would you like to proceed with your morning?
So,
By the way, just going to ask, I assume they didn't come past us on the road as we were walking to the Duck and the Dog last night.
No.
Just in case. Just in case.
I mean, several carts moved by you, but nothing that you, as far as you know, nothing nefarious.
No feeling, no gut feelings or instinct. Okay. I'm trying, Roger. Sorry, mate.
That's a good try. I like it.
Do we know where he actually lives, dwells?
You have no idea. I mean, you know, the Feuerbach live in the more noble side. I mean, you know where his family's estate is, but you don't know where his personal apartments are or his noble estate, his personal noble estate.
Our only knowledge is where he was heading. That was to the nicer part of town, to the nicer inns of town.
Did he mention?
Ez could probably ask the ambassador where his noble estate is, but that would be the
to have made my time slightly more useful in the morning before everyone turned up. Is there any sort of like? Could I have questioned some local taverns, some local people to see if they'd seen Erwin? He stands out. But even in this part of the town, he would stand out because it's not like the super posh area, but this was the way he was heading. So in the morning before everyone turns up, could Erica have made some rounds and made some inquiries to see if anybody had seen him pass this way at night?
Absolutely. Give me a fellowship charm test. -1 die because pretty much all the stalls were shut down that late in the evening. We'll see. And just like with Snake, if you want to throw one of your brass coins in, you can get that die that you just lost back.
I will do exactly that. I will throw a brass.
I would if I had a brass coin left.
I still have my free brass coin, so it's fine.
I quite literally don't have any. I quite literally don't have any coins to rub together.
It's tough to be a bronze. Man.
It is. I have one success.
Okay. So you ask around for a couple of hours. It takes a while, and you're spreading a little bit of money around here and there, and then eventually a street urchin says, "Oh, yes, mistress. Oh, thank you so much. That'll get me breakfast. Here, you didn't hear this from me, but I was sleeping under that stall there in the corner there, and I saw that fella all muddy but in fine clothes come up, and I thought to myself, well, that might be a pretty pocket to pinch, and I was just getting ready to sneak out because he didn't know what he was doing, and you didn't hear this from me, the witch hunter, you know, the one.
I'm afraid so.
Yeah, Brunhammer. Oh, shh, you got to be quiet. She takes children, they say, and feeds them to her goddess Sigmund. I don't know why he wants to eat children, but I don't know. But she put her hand on that fine man, and well, they took him away. I didn't say where. I wasn't going to follow, but you know.
A smart kid. You don't want to follow those kind of people.
No.
No, we don't want to follow those kind of people.
No, I don't want Sigmar to eat me.
I don't think Sigmar eats people.
Yeah.
I'm only aware of a few gods that actually actively try to eat people.
I
Witch
heard
Hunter
tell.
once told me that kids were very tasty, but
Oh, see what he says. I heard they tie you up and burn you, and that Sigmar eats your charred body.
They definitely tie you up and burn you. I'm not sure about the eating of the body part at the end of it.
Oh, well, regardless, I'm staying away. But yeah, she took your friend.
Well, thank you for letting me know. I suggest.
Thank you for breakfast.
That's all right, but I suggest you don't hang around these parts anymore because chances are she's probably got some people in the market. If she thinks you know something, she might come after you. So make yourself scarce.
You see the kid's head go back and forth, and then scampers off into
just
the
as
alleys.
just as he's about to leave, I'm going to hand him a free ticket to our next fight.
He goes, "Oh, thank you, Sir Knifey. I never been to a fight.
Ah, well, you should come along. You might enjoy it.
I will.
Erica shoots like a really quizzical look.
Snake will be grinning from ear to ear.
And as this urchin runs off in the alleyway, you see Ez approaching.
Maybe we should give him a free ticket.
Who is?
Yeah.
I don't think pit fighting is really in the high elves thing. To be
Yeah,
honest, I would have
well,
said it was in. I wouldn't have said it was in a wood elf thing, but here you are. Morning,
well,
Ez.
yeah.
What
Yeah.
word?
It's a lot of fun.
Our fop, the noble, got taken by the witch hunters.
Indeed.
You say that as if you're not surprised. I mean, he did go wandering off in the dark of night, having just escaped witch hunters, so I can't really credit him with too much intelligence.
To be fair, Ez does have a very good poker face.
Well, yeah, that too.
Then we need to ask around and find out where he's been taken.
Yeah, my biggest concern is that he will give us up in an instant.
Well, wait a minute. So you want us to go around asking where the witch hunter lives?
No, not where the witch hunter lives, where they might have taken him. You don't honestly think that they're going to keep him in the city. First off, they're not supposed to be here, Snake. Sigmarites are illegal in Talagaad.
Oh, right. I see.
So they're operating illegally, which means everything they're doing is clandestine and by night.
Don't worry, I get their religions mixed up as well.
So, yes, it is very confusing. There seems to be a lot of them, and they're all very similar.
Well, yeah, they're it's at Talagaad. They're not allowed. Sigmarites are new. They're down in Reichland for the most part. It's a very new religion, worshipping the what was history. I don't really know, but something to do with that. All I know is they're not supposed to be here, but I stay clear of them anyway because it's dangerous to be on their radar.
It's ancestor worship,
like the dwarves.
Yeah, very similar, isn't it?
I have no idea what you two are talking about. what the Dowie got to do with this?
Look, you're on the right track. They probably moved them somewhere, and they're probably heading out of town because they're not supposed to be there. Who can we talk to find out what direction they've gone in?
I've got a friend, and it's another one of those kind of friends, but it's.
I will not begrudge you one of those friends whilst we are in this trial.
Look, Lieutenant Danya of the town. I don't really like the bad guys, the people from Talagaad, but she's a good one. And I think if someone passed out for a town watch last night, really late at night, there might be a record of it somewhere. And if I had to venture a guess, they're probably heading to the nearest place that they might be accepted, which I don't know where nearby Sigmarites might be accepted. But, I only live on the street, so I can only piece these kind of bits and pieces together.
Let's go and have a word with this colleague of yours.
Okay. This does mean asking for a favour, which means I'll probably owe her a favour at a later date. But I know where she's normally at this time of day. And Aaron, we're going to head off to the inn that you would normally find Lieutenant Danya Klosner at this time of the morning.
All right. So it takes a little while, but you find the lieutenant. He's seated at the cafe, having a small beer and a breakfast. Looks up, gives you a quizzical look. He's never seen you in the company of two elves before, not to mention a sea guard. But he says, Erica,
Danya, how you doing?
I am well. Uh, do you care to introduce your companions?
This is Ez. This is Snake. Pit fighter, embassy person.
I see. And what can I do for the High Elf Embassy today?
Well, see, here's the thing, Danya. I'm going to be calling in, the old favour chip, which means I know I'm going to owe you one. But another companion of ours, a noble of the Foulbacks, got pinched by the witch hunters last night. Which I know they're not supposed to be here.
A Feuerbach got pinched by the witch hunters?
Yeah. Some crazy stuff's gone down over the last 20 hours, 24 hours, if that's a thing. Anyway, so I was wondering if there's any chance that some carriages may have got recorded leaving the town late last night. I know you have an in for that kind of stuff.
Well, I can find out if they're what frame.
Lost you a bit there, Aaron. You broke up.
Oh, sorry. Well, Don says, what time are this left?
Yeah, you're sounding a bit robotic there, buddy.
Sorry. Any better now?
Well, you're still frozen on my screen at the moment. Oh, are you back?
Oh, the video's caught up. Oh no.
So how do I sound now?
Oh, that's
Yep.
better.
Hooray!
Okay. Yay. Apologize for my crappy internet once again. But Danya looks at you and goes, I might be able to help, but how did they leave the city and what time do you think they left?
Well, we lost FOP probably before the 11th bell. I would imagine that somewhere between the 11th bell and the 12th bell, they were out of the city. They probably didn't want to stick around with a Foulback in their pocket. I certainly wouldn't if that was what I was moving around.
All right. Give me till lunchtime. Meet me back here at lunch and I'll see what I can find. But you're gonna owe me. And regardless, and he's pointedly looking at you as and you, Snake. Regardless, when we talk at noon, Erica, I think it should just be you and I that talk. No offense to your elven companions, but city business and embassy business don't necessarily mix.
That's fair. I'll leave the pointy ears at home.
So you've got a few hours before Danya's likely to have the information for you. What would you like to do in the interim?
I was thinking that maybe we could look for Olana, is it?
Olina?
Alina, yeah.
Your mage, potential mage friend.
Yeah, Alana or Alina, yeah.
Olina, yeah.
Yeah.
Olina Genezo.
That's it. Because I'm wondering whether she might be able to, if she can't work out what the mark is, that maybe she would know the right kind of person that would.
Sure.
So
you know exactly where her shop is, so you can easily get there only in about 25 minutes or so, walking across town.
You're welcome to join me if you like. I'm going to go and see my apothecary.
I think we should stick together at the moment, if I'm completely honest.
Agreed.
We also don't know what the FOP's already told them. He may have already dobbed us in which case we may already have secret Sigmarites following us around the city. So we should probably
Well,
keep our eyes open for that as well.
We'll go together and then come back.
Sounds good. And Aaron, Erica is actively keeping an eye out, making sure, seeing if there's anyone following us as we're moving around the city.
Give me an awareness check.
I'm not amazing at this, but let's just.
Well, I'll help. I'll provide an extra pair of eyes and ears.
Right. Go ahead and give me an awareness check too.
Yeah. Awareness is based on
Initiative.
Initiative, right? Yeah. So I've got 2 successes.
Okay. You do notice a couple of people that you see more than once in the crowd, which is not necessarily unusual, but it's not so common that it wouldn't draw your attention. So that you can't say for sure you're being watched, but you do notice a couple of people more than once who are still around you as you make your way through town.
Well, I think we can test that theory by doing a loop, can't we?
I'll say we just go down an alleyway and set up an ambush. If they're following us, they'll follow us down.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Ez,
Okay.
you up for a bit of fun?
Get my bow ready.
All right. Give 3 of you give me stealth checks.
Fuck.
I got 2 successes.
Nice.
What's stealth under?
Agility.
Agility.
Yeah.
You're an elf. You should be good at this.
And yet he's not.
And yet he hasn't.
Got 3 and a 2. One success.
All right. So you set up a reasonable ambush. Snake is kind of standing out, obviously, as a pit fighter and pugilist. He's used to going right at a problem, so he's not quite as hidden as you would like. But these two people do enter the alley behind you. They've got their cloaks up, but it's definitely the same 2 people. They're dressed the same, and they enter the alley. They do notice you, Snake, almost immediately.
I'll put my brass knucks on quite deliberately and obviously.
And they put their hoods back, and it's a pair of high elves. They're looking at you. They're like,
I'll back off slightly and sort of nod to Ez and see if he.
Ez will step out of the shadows.
Yeah.
Ah, God. Askilla, Sereth, the ambassador, was concerned about your goings on from the last night. She's heard rumors, so she asked us to make sure that you were all right as you moved through the city, particularly since you are keeping such unique company today.
Woo-hoo.
The company is indeed unique. Go
on, say it. Smelly.
I mean, a human and our lesser cousin. There's a stench about it. The ambassador wants to make sure that her sea guards are not caught in any extracurricular activity that might bring some stain to our reputation.
Trying to keep the embassy out of it. Last night, myself and my colleagues were abducted by force, put into some dark necromantic ritual which we escaped from, but we believe we've been marked in some way. We have the Inquisition after us, and now we try to seek a colleague who has been taken by the Inquisition, and also see if we too have been marked in some way by dark ritual. It's my intention to keep the embassy out of this affair as best as possible, which is why I've not gone to the ambassador.
Well, that is a wise course of action. Now that I understand better, I would simply say this. Be discreet. Do what you can, and if you find that you are unable to extricate yourself from this situation, please let the ambassador's secretary know, and perhaps she can help you. We would not have one of our guards corrupted by these humans.
God, it's like being mugged by a thesaurus.
I assume this is all how it happened in Eletharion, and I have.
Oh yeah. You do not understand a word.
I'm
Not a
standing there
single
with my
word.
pistol, looking rather gallant.
And then the two elves raise their hoods, turn, and walk out of the alley.
Bye, sisters.
And we're going to close down there as we see as the elves leave the alley, and we're going to spin the clock back a few hours to the pre-dawn morning. A bumpy ride in a cart, the sounds of horses neighing. Erwin, you've been almost lulled to sleep. It's horribly disgusting in here. This corpse is oozing through your clothes. You feel stained and sickened. But it's been an incredibly stressful evening. So I wouldn't say almost asleep, but you're almost semi-conscious from just the stress.
I probably would have dozed off at some point just out of fatigue.
When something crashes into the side of this wagon and you feel yourself weightless for a second as the coffin is propelled out and smashes against the ground. Give me let's call this a athletics check. -1 die.
Agility.
Yes, agility athletics. Sorry.
1 success.
Okay. So you manage to roll with it, even as the coffin is breaking apart. So you're not staggered by the blow, but you come, with your hands behind your back. You're laying on your chest. Your head is pointed away from the road and what you assume is the wreckage of the wagon behind you. Pieces of the coffin are on either side of you, and right in front of you, you see a bag that is burst open with your belongings in it. And you hear a horrible screeching, high-pitched noise coming from all about you, and the sounds of battle. And then out of the corner of your eye, you see something absolutely horrific. A giant spider towering over you, and a goblin sitting upon its back. And this is the sound of the chittering noise as the goblin holds up a staff that is glowing with a slight green glow. What would you like to do?
So, heroically, I'm going to get up, grab my bag, and run like hell.
Your hands are tied behind your back at the moment.
Yeah, I can grab it behind me and run like hell.
Okay, so you're going to run. So you're going to take your action to
grab my bag and run.
Okay. So you stand up, you grab your bag.
Just away from the battle as quickly as I possibly can.
And you start to run, and then you hear behind you a change in the timbre of the screeching, and you hear the sounds of feet pattering after you as it sounds like you're being chased by goblins.
What's around me?
You're in the woods. So you were on a small a small wagon trail, but so to the west of you is the river Talagaad, and to the east of you, the northeast and the southeast of you, is the forest.
Okay. How far is can I see the river from where I am?
Oh yeah, you definitely see the river. I mean, it's maybe 20 yards to the west of you.
Well, I mean, I can swim, and spiders aren't particularly fond of water. Yeah, you don't need arms to swim. I can swim with just my legs, and I'm not the world's best swimmer. I'm just gonna literally just leap in the river and start kicking.
So first, give me an agility athletics test. Let me see how this goes.
Noble to drowning.
Badly, not one.
Okay. So you jump in the water, And you're able to jump in the water, and you hear the sounds of these feet screeching to a stop behind you. You look over your shoulders, you go in, and you see maybe a half a dozen goblins just on their feet, with short bows and small clubs. Looming behind them, you see the goblin on the spider. But as you hit the water, and it's cold water, and you go under, and with your hands tied behind your back, you're balanced weird, and you drop your bag of gear, but you're in the water, and you are not drowning at the moment. But you do see the goblin on the spider lift its nose and start to sniff.
I'm going to
look at
take
you.
a deep breath and dive.
Okay. And you go under. Give me a strength toil test as you are trying to swim, swim across the current, and make some distance with your hands tied behind your back.
I got a success. I'm trying to grab my bag if I can.
Your back, you can't see. It's too dark to see. So and you could dive around for your bag, but that would require you staying in this spot.
Okay. All right. Now I'm just going to swim like hell.
Okay. So you're making your way, and you get a fair distance. By the time but when you do surface, you can still see the goblins on the shore, and they're pacing along the river, trying to stay relatively close to you. And you hear the goblin on the spider, in broken, horrific Reichspiel, say, "Oh, you smell so good, so broken, so dirty, so corrupt, so delicious. Oh, you've been touched. Oh, we're going to have you in the cooking pot. Oh, dear, run, run, run. Make that meat delicious with your sweat and fear." As you swim. Where would you like to...
Other side of this river.
Okay, so it's a pretty wide river. So, and your hands are behind your backs. You're swimming cross current. I need a strength toil test.
Oh, I'm not bothered if I'm dragged downstream. I'm just trying to get across.
So give me a strength toil test -1 dice.
God. 1.
Okay, so you're making progress, but they are keeping track of you. And you see some of the goblins split off. Some go up the river, some go down the river. And the one on the spider starts swirling its staff around. And you see something start to congeal across the surface of the water. But you're making distance. And as you are swimming across the river with your hands tied behind your back in the pre-dawn light, freezing water surrounding you, goblins hunting for you, we'll go back to Ez, Erica, and Snake as they make their way across town. You get to the shop of Olina.
Yeah. So I shall just walk straight in, I guess. It's a shop. Mm-hmm. And in my usual style, I shall stride across the shop to where she's sat or stood or adjusting her stock.
You see this Tillian woman in colorful garbs. She's got an apothecary vest on. Her dark black curly hair is pulled up into a top knot, and her dark skin has crow's feet crinkled around the corner as she's staring over a couple of beakers and mixing something, and she looks up at you.
Olina, how are you?
Snake dear. I'm doing so good today. How are you?
Oh, couldn't be better. Well, yes, sort of.
You have brought such interesting friends. I don't think you've ever introduced me to this beautiful young lady and this striking gentleman.
Well, this is Erica. And the striking, beautifully built elf is Ezazaran. Or Ez, we seem to be calling him. Mainly for the humans, like... sorry, yes, I forget sometimes. Yeah.
Yes, I am human. My dear friend. It is a pleasure to have you in my shop. What is it that I can do for you today?
Well, we appear to Well, we might have a problem. I don't know yet. Some very, very nasty gentlemen said something that, well, let's just say we're not very happy with. They seem to suggest that we might be marked in some way, maybe some kind of curse or marking or something that means we stand out from others. But obviously, it can't be anything mundane. It must be something because, well, yeah, we'd have seen it, right? But it must be something hidden or possibly magical. So I was wondering if you've got any potions or lotions that might be able to reveal such marks.
Oh, dear Snake, what have you been getting yourself into? Well, just listen.
Not really sure.
So you think maybe you have been marked by magic of some kind?
Yeah, possibly not particularly nice magic either. I mean, you know, something, that from something netherworldy.
Oh,
He
well,
means necromancy. He's beating around the bush. It means necromancy.
Oh,
Thank
Yeah,
you.
the undeady things.
oh, such a horror, such a horror. Babe, Moore's garden take all the dead. All right. Well, I have something that might be able to tell if you've been marked by magic, regardless of the kind, but it's pricey.
Well, you know that I'm good to do anything you want me to.
Well, I mean, this is very rare component. I would say this, dear Snake, because you're a friend. If I do this for you, I have a list of very special ingredients that I need from the swamps. I was going to pay a hunter to gather them for me. It was going to be quite expensive. But if you can bring these ingredients to me within a fortnight, because I need to make a special delivery for one of the noble families, then I will do this for you now because I have what you need here without having to mix a batch.
My dear Olena, I will do it within a week. For you, you just have to ask.
Well, excellent. And she hands you a list, and a lot of it is fairly easy ingredients to get. Some swamp reptiles, intestines, and everything. But the difficult stuff is a troll's bladder from a living troll.
Right.
So mark that down. You've got apparently a week to carve a bladder out of a troll and bring it back to Alina. But she says, "Now come with me, the three of you. Come to the back of my shop." And she pulls a brazier over and she says, "Now hold hands together and circle around the brazier. I am going to mix something in the brazier and the smoke will come up. Breathe it in and let it envelop you. And it will show me if you have something marking you."
I'll smile sweetly and take Ezzy's hand.
All right.
And Erica's, obviously.
Erica feels like she's missed out on some sort of internal message here. There's maybe something going on between you and Ez. She's just like feeling a bit like a third wheel at the moment. And I imagine Ez is just not paying attention to any of this and is not enjoying holding people's hands. Erica looks at everyone and goes, "The noble better be really thankful. I bet he's having a real easy time with this bloody witch hunter, and we're going through all this crap to try and find him."
So the smoke and mist comes up, you breathe it in, it swirls around your bodies. You all get a little lightheaded, and you're not really sure how long you've been standing there because you just sort of lose touch with yourself. But then as the vapors begin to dissipate, you find yourselves back in the front room. You're not even sure how you got there. And you're seated down, and she has put out tea for you. She looks over at you, Snake, and she goes, "Oh, Snake, you definitely have been marked."
Oh.
There were 4 ghosts surrounding you, 2 dwarfs and 2 halflings. Their spirits and your spirits are locked together, and there's something pulling at you. And there's one other spirit far away to the south in the forest somewhere. And it too is being pulled by something evil. But until you can separate that binding, whatever holds that object that's pulling on your souls will be able to find you.
How do we break it?
That's beyond my skills. I have a friend. He lives out in the woods a ways. His name is Malco Mataska.
Told you.
He is more familiar with the spirit world than I am. He may be able to break this curse that's upon you. He would be the person I would go to. If you don't, or the Hexen Guild, but I know no one there in the guild who owes me a favor. But Malco might be able to do it for you.
Yeah, I know Malco.
Okay.
Well, then I don't need to give you directions. Just
no, you don't.
let him know that we spoke. He and I are friends, and he will help you if he can. And she turns back to you, Snake. She goes, and you, Snake, don't forget, 1 week, according to you.
I will kiss her hand and say, of course, a promise is a promise.
By the way, just to ask, if he fails in that promise, that's not going to come back to me or Ez, right?
No,
because
that's his problem.
Last time I checked...
Primarily his problem, yeah.
Last time I checked, trolls' bladders aren't so easily acquired.
They're not that easy to acquire, no. But,
one more thing, Madam Tillian lady. Sorry, I didn't catch your name at the very beginning. Elena, thank you. You said there was another ghost pulling off to the south in the woods.
Well, not to go, another soul, yes. Far off to the south. I would say, based on the strength of the tether, somewhere near the village of Mizzen.
Bloody hell, they've moved him quite a distance then, haven't they?
Well, in that case, we'd better get cracking, hadn't we?
Yeah, just a bit. They've got a whole night head start on us. But I might know some guys
with horses.
It depends on what they've stolen today.
Well, let's get you to the guard lieutenant or whatever.
Yes,
have that conversation.
Sound plan.
So you make your way back towards the cafe to meet back with Lieutenant Danya Klosener. And let's check back in on Erwin. Erwin, you're in the middle of the river Talagaad. You're being pulled down river as you're trying to kick your way across. But you're making progress. However, you do see you're about halfway across the river. I mean, this is a very wide river. This is like Mississippi River. I mean, it's not. This is not a small river. You see the goblin on this spider, and the spider is walking out across the river now, suspended on webs that seem to be across its feet. It's not catching up with you because it's not able to move very quickly, but it's keeping pace with you. What would you like to do?
Reevaluate all my life choices, I think, up to this point.
Excellent. It's not a bad idea.
And continue kicking. I mean, I can't go back.
Okay. Give me another strength and toil test. -1 die now, though, because you're cold and your hands are behind your back.
Is there something I can do with fate to help this?
Let's take a look. I mean, you can definitely spend a fate point to make the test glorious, so you'd get to re-roll all your failures. You can
so
take
when you say spend,
action.
Is that like using or burning?
It's just using. You would get it back next session. Or I will say this, because GM fiat a little bit. You could spend a point of fate to say that you've managed to loosen the binds on your hands enough that you're able to pull your hands free.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then, I guess.
Okay, so then you can do your strength and toil test without a negative die because you're able to use your arms while you're swimming.
1.
One success. So you're keeping pace. This creature on the spider, and it's still cooing at you in broken Reichspiel. Tasty soup, smelly soup, humans for the soup.
Why do I keep getting caught in between a bunch of nut jobs? Owen's in monologue.
But you're getting closer to the other bank. Go ahead and give me another strength and toil test.
I'm going to spend a thing to make it. Oh, no, never mind. I don't need to.
Oh, Lord. 3 successes. Okay. So now that your arms
Owen
are free,
away!
and the sound of this horrific goblin sing-song voice is enough to compel you to swim like a madman, and you make the opposite bank rather quickly. And you can see you're basically across the river from the village of Mizzen, which is on the southern shore of the river Talagaad, and you're on the northern shore at the moment. The closest village that you think you are near is probably Suderberg, but that's probably a day's march to the northwest and through the hills. But you are in the forest now, and remember, you do have the favor of Tal, so that will help you in the forest. What would you like to do?
I'm going to try and disappear into the woods.
Okay, so that you automatically get to make your stealth checks glorious while you're in the woods. So give me a stealth check, and we will check it against this individual's awareness. 1 success?
That's 1. Just still 1. Because Glorious, his reroll fails, isn't it?
That is correct.
Yeah, just 1.
All right, let's see what this awareness is. Ooh. So you're quietly moving into the forest. It's like as you go through the forest, it's the leaves are blowing up and then blowing over your path, and the wind is shifting almost so you are never in this creature's scent trail, this spider. But the goblin seems to be perhaps tracking you with magic and is scuttering up quickly behind you. But you are still ahead of it. What would you like to do?
I'm going to continue trying to lose it. I'm going to trust in Tal to get me the hell out of here.
Give me another stealth check.
I'm going to silently whisper my prayers to Tal as I go.
Is that 2 successes?
Yeah, 2 so far.
Oh, that's right. It's glorious. So.
Oh, let's try that again. 3 successes.
Oh, nice. 3 successes. Okay. And this time, when you hear the goblin sing-songy voice, it's moving off of your trail. So at least for now, you think you've given it the shake. Give me a survival check.
Survival, toughness.
That's toughness survival.
Two successes.
Okay. So you're able to make the best of the woodland cover. And as you're going, it's pretty easy going for you. You're able to navigate through the forest almost as if the forest is trying to help you get somewhere safe. And the sounds of the goblins are retreating further and further. Erica, Ez, and Snake, you find yourself back at the cafe at lunchtime.
I shall make myself scarce.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell us and Snake to go wait over by the bar or something while I go sit down with Dan.
Go get comfortable.
You see the Lieutenant Cosner there leans in. All right. I think I've got the information you're looking for.
Right. What's it going to cost me?
A favor. A favor owed. I don't have anything now at the moment, but if I call and need something, either you or the green men, give me a hand, right?
Hey, I mean, 9 times out of 10, you just have to ask anyway. So I'll be happy to owe you a favor.
All right. 2 carts left. After the 11th bell and before the end of the witching hour. One was a wagon with a coffin heading south along the river Talbeck Forest Road. They said that they were heading to Mizzen to bury whoever was in the coffin. Coffin checked out. Or at least the guards say it checked out. And then the other was heading north up to Talabheim to the river docks there.
It's the south one we're after. That's good. I owe you one.
Yes, you do. Don't forget.
Never forget a debt. I bet I've got to get going because they've kind of got a night's head start on us.
All right. Good luck. Look forward to seeing you again, Erica.
Hopefully you do see me again. And with that fatalist sort of response, she gets up and walks off. Because again, she's pretty sure that death is around the corner every day for her. So she's kind of got used to the fact that she might not wake up the following morning. She goes over to Ez and Snake and like, cart left last night just before the witching hour, heading south towards Mizzen. Given all the information we've gathered so far, that was probably the cart that was holding our dear beloved noble friend. She says that with a very high inflection of sarcasm.
Then let us go forth, the 3 hunters, and find our noble companion.
Yes, let's.
It's a very poetic way of putting it, but yep, let's do that.
I'll start running.
That's not what I had in mind. But
Looks like we're running.
Shanks's pony it is.
Okay, so you make your way out the southern gate of Talagaad and down the river Talabek. You figure, I mean, it's a couple days to Mizzen by foot. So
yeah, I guess we're making our way.
You're gonna get any supplies or anything before you leave? Or
I'm ready to go.
Good idea.
I mean, probably not, but also I know that the green men operate just outside of town in these lovely parts. So my hope is we're going to run across some of them, so that we might.
I have some rations to share.
All right. Okay. Good. What Erica's lore? Does she have a lore underworld?
So she has Talagaad, and Empire. She does not have Underworld, but she is a member of the Green. That's part of her thing. Her background is she's a member of the Green people.
Give me a lore Talabheim roll.
Reason.
Recall.
Reason recall.
I've got Talabheim local lore as well.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know this. This is something that only Erica might know.
Oh no, I'm going to use a fate to try and re-roll that.
All right.
Get 1 success.
Okay. You know that there is an area south of Talagaad, south of Herrenhausen, where the Green Men often hold up for the day and wait for wagons and the like. So you know roughly where to go. And it's only a couple of hours outside of the town before you find yourselves in a small encampment of outlaws.
My peeps.
Erica, as you look around, you recognize several people, but who is the leader of this small band?
Just what, we're making it up on the fly?
Yep.
Frederick Gleason.
All right, so Frederick Gleason walks up to you. Oi, Erica, what's all this?
Freddie! Well, funny story. A noble who owes us probably some pennies after this is all done got pinched by the witch hunters last night. And they made their way out of town this way in a cart with a coffin on it.
Yeah, went by.
Oh, you know of it?
Oh yeah, went right by.
Well, apparently inside that potential coffin is the noble we're after. Who thought, right? What crazy way to kidnap nobles?
Oh, how if I'd only known.
I know it would have been a pretty payday if you'd got in there and got him out of there.
Oh, damn.
Anyway, I was hoping you've maybe pinched one or two horses in the last couple of days that I might be able to borrow, so that I might catch up to my quarry.
Well, Eric, here's this. How's this? We'll give you 3 horses. It's been a slow day. You catch up your noble. You squeeze a gold coin out of him for me and the lads.
I think that's a fair trade for his life. I'm sure. I'd be more than willing to compensate the Green Men for saving his life.
So they turn over 3 nice riding horses to you, pretty fresh, and some feed for him. And he also says, "Oh, by the way, goblin patrols have been thick south of here, between here and Mizzen, last few weeks. So keep your eyes open. Not so much to worry about during the day, but at night they can be trouble."
All right. Do you think they would have picked on a cart with a coffin in it?
Goblins will pick on anything. It's possible.
Mm. Well, let's hope that noble's still alive then.
Well, hopefully. I will say this. You assume he's alive, mainly because during Alina's ritual, there were 4 ghosts with you, not 5.
Yeah. Okay.
So at least at the point of that ritual, you think he was probably still alive.
All right. Let's go rescue this noble, shall we, gents? And she very awkwardly gets on the horse because, like, outside of basic riding,
Yeah, I don't think any of us know how to ride a horse.
She's not known for riding horses.
I mean, I will say this, for like just basic riding, you guys are all okay. If you get into some shit on horseback, we'll make some rolls, but at the moment you'll be fine. So let's go back to Erwin. Erwin, you find yourself in the foothills, southeast of Sudenburg, probably a day southeast of Sudenburg, in the woods.
That's a question. That's not actually where I'm planning on heading.
No, that's why I want to give you just some geography. So
you're on looking at the map. I can see roughly where I am. So I'm just across the river, roughly from Missen, aren't I?
Correct.
Okay. Because I know the area. Do I know of any river crossings either along the Talagaad or Drakwater? Drakvasser, sorry.
There's a crossing up near Fort Denk, on the Drakvasser, but that's a couple of days north of you. There's a crossing. You can get a ferry across at either Allenhof or Ravenstein. And Ravenstein's maybe a half a day's walk west of you.
Wrong direction.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm probably going to start heading up towards Fort Denk.
Are you going to follow the river, or are you going to go straight north?
I'm probably going to follow the river roughly, because obviously navigating in a forest is not an easy task.
I agree.
But I'm obviously going to be staying stealthy and trusting in Tal to guide me home, because I kind of want to be on. I want to be on this side of the river, because Talagaad is on the north side, and my estate is kind of north of that, which is where I'm aiming for.
So as you're making your way, you hear goblin voices all around you. None of them too close, but you can hear them. Give me your stealth check. And again, that's agility, stealth. And yours is glorious because you are favored of Tal.
And if I see anything useful on my journey, like a spearish shaped stick, then I'll pick it up.
That was going to be your next roll.
Oh, that's not bad.
Okay.
Just 2.
Okay. With 2 successes, let's see how you're doing.
Hopefully, given I already lost them once, it helps.
One would hope so, wouldn't they? Let's see. Seems to be doing okay. You don't hear their voices getting any nearer to you. Give me a survival check.
Dear. Let's try that again. None.
Okay. So you're looking around as you're going, but you're trying to be so quiet and so focused on staying away from the goblins that you don't really see anything
Helpful.
that would be that useful that you could easily take without making a lot of noise. So you
Okay.
kind of let everything go. You stay low to the ground. Keep the river in sight to the east of you as you make your way north. Erica, Ez, and Snake, you are making your way south quickly down the river Talagaad.
Yeah, I imagine we're probably traveling almost the opposite of
Direction. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
also in a similar fashion that we're keeping the river visible on our right, we're probably
Mhm.
avoiding the roads because also not only have we been told there's goblins potentially watching the roads, but also that's where the bad guys are. So we're probably actually following along that sort of coastal line of, well, I say coast because obviously not coast, but along the river edge.
Mhm.
We're probably moving slowly along the river edge, keeping our eyes on both sides of the river, and also trying to stay out of sight of anyone on the road.
I like it. Give me awareness checks.
That all
And
of
does
us.
anybody have lore greenskins or lore woodland of the three of you? Or any lore kind of like that?
One of us should have Law Woodland.
Yeah, I was about to say.
There should be one of us who is exceptionally good in the woodlands. Snake.
I might have some woodcraft.
All right.
If you don't, you are the worst wood elf.
the shitest wood elf in the world.
Okay. So Snake, give me a reason recall check for woodcraft first.
Okie dokie. This is where it all goes wrong, of course. I'm not very familiar with these particular woods.
You can always spend a fate point. We are getting close to the end of the session. So if you have a fate
I've already
point,
spent it, remember?
Oh, you're
I
an elf.
only
You
had the
only get
one.
one.
That's right.
I only
Can I-
have one. I'm not very lucky being an
Okay.
elf.
So yeah, you're not really familiar with these woods. So the things that might have clued you in on some stuff you don't really see, or you're not as familiar with. So you're not going to get a bonus on your awareness check, but everyone can give me an awareness test.
Awareness test.
I have one
awareness.
success so far. Is this a staggered? Do we need more than one, or is one okay?
You do need more than one, but cumulatively.
Okay, I'm going to use one of my fate
Okay.
to re-roll my 2 that I failed there.
Okay.
What's awareness under?
Oh no, I didn't get any extras.
Initiative.
Initiative.
Ooh.
I'm down to 1 fate point remaining.
I have 4.
So Dan, you got one success, or that is Erica got one success, Snake got 0 successes, and how did Ez do?
So it turns out I am the crappiest wood elf ever.
There might be a reason why you left the woods and became a pit fighter in a human city.
2 successes.
Could be.
2 successes. Okay, so with 3 successes, as you guys are going along, you see a debris field that's been kind of pulled off the road, but it's clearly a wagon, and you see a broken coffin off to the side. And then you can see where there was a scuffle, and you can see footprints that have run to the river and jumped in.
He's on the other side of the bloody river, isn't he?
And you can also see strange web-like patterns that are floating on the river and heading. They're drifting down river, but you can still see them. Looks like a trail, a zigzag trail across the river.
Oh, by all the gods.
Yeah, I mean, I can try and double check with my tracking my woodcraft once again.
Yeah, go for it.
Just in case, you never know. Oh, blind as a bat.
Yeah, you're not
Mary
really
thinks
sure.
it's a bear.
Yeah, I've put my ear to the ground and gone,
bear webs.
I can
So
hear
yeah,
some
you're not-
wolves.
There's no evidence. You can't glean any evidence of what caused this crash. But you see you don't see any drivers or anybody else. It looks like the horses are gone, but it looks like they were led off. And you do see small feet. So it looks like you think probably goblins took the horses, might have taken any survivors, but it does look like someone ran from the coffin to the water. And that's all you know for sure.
I mean, I think it's not that big a jump at this moment in time to assume that he was in the coffin.
Oh yeah,
and that coffin is smashed, and he was the one running to the river.
Yes.
Makes complete sense.
There is a problem though. We're now on the wrong side of the river.
Now, if the webs are going off in that direction as well, then I suppose we can assume that our friend is also going off in that direction. Is it downriver or upriver, Aaron? Not that it.
I mean, the webs are floating downriver with the current, but you don't know where he would have crossed out on the other side of the river.
I see. Yeah.
You don't know if he was swimming or if he just floated downriver.
Or if he drowned.
Exactly.
I might just check in the water just to see that he's not dead in the water.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. So you're gonna jump in the river?
Yeah, go on then. I'm gonna wade in.
Well, it's pretty deep because the river of Talagaad is a major river. So
they bring ships down this, don't they?
It's like
Big
the Danube. Yeah,
you can wade in for like the first 5 feet, and then you're well above your head in depth.
I'll strip to the waist, and then I'll jump in.
All right, give me an agility athletics check, just to see how well you swim.
Find a bag.
Whilst he's doing this, Aaron, what time of day is it now? Would the economy of the river be in full swing? Would there be boats moving up and down now?
Oh yeah, there are definitely boats moving up and down. This is after lunch, so you guys, there's quite a bit of river traffic. There's fishermen, there's ferries, there's merchantmen.
Yeah, 2 successes.
Okay, give me an awareness check.
This is probably where it's all going to fall apart. Ooh, absolutely no idea.
Yeah. So you're swimming around. You don't really. It's hard to see. I mean, the river water is just not that clear at depth. So
yeah,
you don't see a body. I mean, you don't see anybody dead underwater. That's for sure. But you don't really see anything else. So
I wave to Erica and Ez and say, "Well, I can't find him in here, so we can assume he's still alive." My eyes. Remember, I have elven eyes. Don't miss a thing, mate.
Wow. Aaron, are any of those boats close enough for us to flag them down?
Sure, not a problem. There's some of the fishermen are hugging pretty close to the coast.
I'll get a coin out.
And there's a couple barges too making their way up and down the river.
I'm aiming for a barge. I'm aiming for something that can fit these horses on, because we're probably going to need those on the other side of the river.
Give me a fellowship leadership check, Ez.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, Ez. I've actually got good skill in this.
I was about to say, yeah, I don't have.
There's a particular reason for this.
Fellowship and what? Sorry.
Leadership.
I don't have that. So it's just a straight 3.
Yeah, it'd be 3 dice versus whatever your leadership value is.
Probably 2.
Yeah, if there's nothing else there, it's 2.
1 success.
So you see a barge coming up river, but it's very sleek, and you recognize it as a high elf merchant barge. And so when you flag it down, they recognize your Sea Guard uniform and immediately pull over. What can we do for you, Lord?
Thank you kindly. Myself and my companions need carrying over the river. We are on the hunt.
Right away. Bring your horses aboard. We'll get you across the river in a moment. And the high elves quickly load you up, take you across the river Talagaad, and deposit you on the north shore. Now, Erwin, give me a toughness survival check.
Okie dokie.
One success.
Two
Oh,
successes.
two
'cause it's
successes.
Glorious.
That's right. So
Tall,
you're making your way up. You hear the goblins in the forest surround you. And then on the river, you see a barge, a slender, obviously of elven design barge, come up, basically make a portage up to the river, the shore of the river, and you see 3 horses and riders disembark from the barge as it pulls away as you are approaching them. Everybody give me an awareness check.
I have a success. Dan and
Wow.
Ezra.
Sun's out.
Oh my god.
How about you, Snake?
Yeah, there's clouds in the sky. There's some sun. There's some birds singing.
And Erwin, go ahead and give me your
An awareness test.
awareness, please.
Initiative. Okay.
It's a good job I didn't opt to play an Elven Ranger, isn't it?
So I don't get Glorious on this, do I? I don't think.
No, this doesn't apply.
Just one.
And stuff. So, Erica, you're looking around, and as your horses'
Although
hooves
I would be trying to be hidden from everyone, including them, because I don't know who they are yet.
But as your hooves hit the ground, and you're looking around, you see goblins begin to race out of the tree line. Erwin, you see these 3 riders, and as you look up, you recognize Erica as one of the people on the horses. And from behind you, you hear the sounds of rampaging goblins closing in on your position. And as we prepare to deal with a rampaging goblin horde and possibly a spider-riding goblin shaman on the coast of the river Talagaad, somewhere north of the village of Mizzen, we will call it and see if our adventurers can survive their goblin encounter and get back to trying to solve the problem of being linked to ghosts and some horrific necromantic tome the next time Warhammer Wednesday comes around, which should be next week unless something horrible happens. Yay! So I want to thank everybody and wish you a good night.
Very well.
Good night.
Toodaloo.